Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Starcom Unknown Space. I am on the unstable beta for Ganymede. We're going to go ahead and launch a brand new game. I do this a lot of times because trying to run through and play the game and have fun with it. It's been a little while since we've actually played. We'll do the same thing as we have with the other ones. I try to give kind of a full playthrough. We'll be skipping through a lot of the stories and the conversations and stuff, just because I've been through this stuff several times. So we'll go through kind of do what we can and just kind of check some of the game out and see some of the changes. It has been a little bit since we've played Starcom Unknown Space. I really do enjoy this game. And I'm really interested in seeing where the dev takes it next, and kind of what he does with it, or what they do with it. I guess. I think it's a single dev, but it's hard to know sometimes, and sometimes there's extremely small teams working on stuff. But it is definitely a cool game, a cool idea. I played the first one quite a bit, and I had a lot of fun with that. And I played a lot of the second one. I continue. I plan to continue playing it as different patches and different stuff comes out, and the dev releases more information or more betas and more updates and stuff like that. I'm like, get out of the way. Kind of being cautious with some of this stuff because I don't want them close when they do that. That's for sure. So we'll play a little bit here. We'll give us a little bit of time, kind of go through some of our stuff, and just generally have a good time with it. If you haven't played this game, it's kind of a I wouldn't say it's kind of a bullet heaven, but you know, if you like that sort of game where you like the, you know, you're kind of in the center and you know you can kind of upgrade and stuff like that. It's definitely a cool game like that. But it's back to all that stuff. And it's more of a you know, you can kind of just go through, you play, you upgrade your ship. We'll hopefully get into that here real soon. Go ahead, open that bad boy. Huge amount of energy, 800 terawatts. That seems safe. We should open that. Sure, nothing bad will come from that. Oh wait, I have no controls. Oh, that's probably bad. Nope, definitely not good. Nice to the rockets not to blow me up, because you know that I wouldn't have survived one of those. The game is pretty cool. It's got a bunch of customization. It's got basically you can build your own ship and kind of do whatever you want. And that it's I really do enjoy it. It reminds me of a lot of the old games like Star Control and things like that, where you can kind of go and play. I do have several other videos or other, I guess, playlists of different versions of the game, and as the game has come through and played. I'm really excited about the continued development of the game and stuff like that. So there'll be a link down in the description too if you are interested in the game and you want to pick it up. It is in early access on Steam right now, and you can definitely go do that. All right, it's fine. We'll just keep clicking it. Basically, we get pulled into some other place and things have gone badly. So now we need to do utilities. We need to do a survey lander. You left click and drag. Spin that around in the back there. take insufficient resources. That's fine. Prior placement. Okay, yep. So basically, you can grab and move things around. So if you want to move this stuff around, like you can't rotate your engines. They have to be in the back. But like you can rotate pretty much anything else around. Like even if you wanted the guns to kind of point out, that they'll still spin back around, but they still point back towards the front. But if you want, like, so you see like the little blue connectors on the back. So if you wanted those blue connectors on the back of it instead, or whatever, you can kind of move things around to get them to do that. Even you don't want to grab this thing and move it, but if you grab that and move it, it has a tendency to destroy everything. And in this game too, you have your bridge crew, and they eventually get get levels and get the ability to kind of to level them up also. Then you'll see that the we've already ran out of power, so that's helpful. So you'll see our power building up down here. You'll see our hull down there also. You do kind of replenish your hull over time, depending on how your crew. Ultimately, your crew will get better at what they do, and they'll repair your hull. You'll get abilities to do that, stuff like that. See, and the ship will like burst into flames and do all kinds of fun stuff. And also, the this game is really good. If you are making videos for this game, the main page has a video, or not video, but a way to take pictures of your ship. So maybe usually at the I'll like exit out of the game whenever leave, but may do if I remember is at the very end of the video I'll back out. I'll go to that I basically call it the thumbnail generator, but it's basically a screenshot to where you can get the screenshots from your current ship in the game. It's really cool and helpful like that. And honestly, probably one of the coolest things that the analyze our alien artifact here. That'll be good. Operations. So for now, we'll just talk to Dr. Roma. I'll do my best. So basically, this gets us into research, and basically, so this is all your researches that you can do. You see, transonic impulse, which is for, what are those? For the plasma. Yeah, you have miracle worker, you have different reactors, batteries, tractor beams, universal translator, sensor calibration. This stuff down here you'll open as you go through the game. It looks like he's added a lot more stuff down here. So those are different like weapon systems and stuff that you'll get from the different different races as you run into them. So for now though, I think I'm going to go with reactors. I think you wanted us to go with like weapons or something, or engines. But I want to get power. And part of that is especially as the game, as you kind of go through the game, it reactors are important. Being able to do stuff, to be able to do things with reactors and keep enough power into your ship. So ultimately, the idea is to be able to fire all your bullets and not run out of power. Go to a little map. So if you're looking at it, this is the map. We're going to scroll all the way out, kind of see where those kind of start coming in there. As you kind of go around, and the map itself is I don't want to say it's like the stuff on the map is kind of all the same stuff is there, but you may see different. The stars will be in different locations. The planets for a star will all be there, but the actual location on the map can and will be different from each playthrough, and even like to what extent that is, I haven't quite figured out yet myself. I know there's been some people that were trying to make maps and stuff like that, but just be aware that if you do go and look for a map online, just because other people have found stuff someplace doesn't mean that you will. So it just there is some procedural generation involved. Which is cool. Gives a little bit different playthrough as you play through different times, because that's really, you know, wanting some sort of replayability and be able to go through. And so basically, okay, so he's changed this. Okay, so this is 44 plus 20% chance of 64. Okay. So he's made that a little bit better. Because before you're just like, I don't know why I'm rolling here. Alright, so nothing there. So not all planets have stuff on them. But like I said, if and this is just like the very beginning of the game, the very beginning of kind of how the ships are playing, and you know, just an introduction to how the game functions and works. Then we'll start seeing these guys here. Active artifact. Oh, no. Do this one. Oh. Don't remember. Do not remember the inventory box. Options, key bindings, turbo thrust, ship management. I think that will do it. Yeah, cargo. Okay, no more devices yet. We'll talk to Doctor again. So talk to Command U. We'll talk to the wormhole. We should be able to go back to research, and we have 4 research points again. So at that point, we do have some, like, we still have problems where we're not able to fire continuously, and I would really like to be able to fire continuously. So this guy here increases our maximum energy reserves, so give us a little bit more. So we'll do that. And then speed, turn rate, accuracy. Let's get some accurate shots. There is a lot of combat in this game. And you know, a lot of times you can go in and kind of, you know, shut a conflict down, and then that area is kind of safe. But a lot of times, especially when you go to new areas, they have a tendency to be pretty hostile towards you, and want to shoot you in the face. You can sometimes, however, depending on how you interact with the different races as you run into them, a lot of times you can kind of take a path that will, you know, not cause you to have fights, but a lot of times you're going to have fights. you basically been pulled into another section of space. They're doing some. it's not gone well for you. So you're kind of scanning around. I would like the old thing where you kind of drive around on the planet. The old Star Control, where it you got to drive around on the planet, kind of like. Oh, let's see, we go back and get that. And these little guys here, you'll see they'll pop up down here. That 1, 2 aluminum. You need those resources in order to be able to build stuff for your ship and to do that. Right now, we only have basically one tractor beam, so we can only pull in one item at a time. And basically need to wait around for stuff. Eventually, you'll get multiple tractor beams. You'll be able to pull in more stuff at once and pull it in a lot faster and a lot more accurate. It's just a game of kind of running through and getting your ship built up and being able to combat the threats as they come in. I really would like more power. That'd be great. And then with the engines, like pretty much every aspect of the game you can upgrade. And then you can choose whether you want to kind of stay with these guns, whether you want to move to a different weapon, like missiles or laser beams, or it's some really cool stuff in here. I'm hoping at some point the drones show up, because I really like the drones in the prior game. Oh, this might go badly. This may get a bit explodey. So at this point, I really need to watch my my hull, because these are 3 larger ships. They're kind of the next size up, and I need to watch out so I don't get overextended. Come on, there you go. That's one down. Ooh, fancy rainbow radar coil device. That's good. Anytime you see the rainbow stuff, it's usually like a part of a weapon or something like that. And whenever you start fighting a new enemy, a lot of times they'll start dropping, if they have some weird weapon or some stronger weapon, they'll start dropping pieces of it. You gather several pieces of it, kind of do your research on it, and then would you please die? Ow, ow, ow. There's the fixed barrel. This is the fixed barrel guns. I did have a playthrough in the fixed barrel before. So if you're interested in seeing how that worked out, I have a playthrough of the fixed barrel. We've done one with missiles, stuff like that. So if you're interested in those, or if you'd like to see a different weapon build or whatever, just throw me a comment in the section below there, and we'll kind of figure out what weapon system we're going to go with this time. The real problem is unless I get really freaking save game editing, which I really try not to do, and because, well, first of all, it's a lot of manual stuff to be able to do it. It's possible to do it, but it gets a little bit difficult. Trying to get extra points and stuff like that. You run out of points real fast, and it's made to be limiting to you, so that you can't just get every tech. So, and then your ship is restricted in size also. So trying to put every weapon system on your ship at one time isn't the best option. It's really better to have, one, maybe two weapons, kind of lean heavily into those, and just kind of get your resources and save that stuff up. This ship is so slow, I should have got engines. Maybe next time we get back to the station, we'll worry about engines. And you can, like, you don't have to use the gate. So we use the wormhole to kind of get up here, and then use a flinger to like drive between locations. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Like, if I really wanted to, I could just set my waypoint out here or even to this next star and just fly to that next star. You don't have to use the flingers. You don't have to use the gates. You can literally just fly. So if you want to just kind of fly out and go find stuff way before you're supposed to find it, you can go explore and drive around and just do whatever you want. And like, the game is really open to that. Now, if you do start doing that, you can cause problems where you start messing with the story and stuff like that. And then the few times I've kind of done it, the game doesn't like it when you start screwing with it too much. It is still really early access. It's a very, very small team. I believe a single person working on the game. And then that thing there, like, if you can catch that thing, it's actually, it takes you to a cool place. But the problem is I don't have the speed to even be able to try to catch it right now. So yeah, it's not a comet. It was changing directions. That's not how comets work. And I do know that the other side too is I know where that leads, and I have no business messing with it right now, because I will be the dead. So, but yeah, like, the game is great. I love the freedom and the kind of what the game allows you to do. Being able to get larger ships, being able to kind of do things like that. The ship being customizable, you can set up things however you want to. If you want to put all your nuclear reactors on the front of your ship and use them as a shield, I'm not saying it's a good idea, but you can do it. Yeah, control F shift. So if I like control, like if I just click on this flinger here, so I hold down control and click on the icon on the edge of the map, it basically just drives me to that location. And take my hands off, I can reach over and get me a nice little drink. And I can kind of let the game just kind of go where I need to go. Especially if you're trying to drive very far, from like one system to another. Because there will be times where, you'll just get like, hey, here's a star way out here. You should go find out what's there. It could be important. And being able to do that in and of itself is important. And then, especially with your ship being as slow as it is in the very beginning, with just 2 engines and just the not a lot of power and a lot of little things, being able to do that is good. I believe the autopilot would try to go around the sun. I just don't trust it, because you will catch on fire. And I do enough catching on fire on my own. I don't need help. If y'all have watched any of the previous seasons with this game, I like setting my ship on fire. I lied. It's honestly one of my favorite things to do in this game. I'm very good at it. All right, got a base up here. Get close and fire. go toe to toe with the old station here. 70%. Not good. Not good. See, I told you. I like set my ship on fire. Get a little bit of a. So now, if you do kind of come out here, like I can't send my research team down, but you'll see they will slowly start repairing the ship. They will eventually get the fires put out, things like that. It can take them a little bit of time. Eventually, you'll get them to where you start training the crew up, and they do get better at putting fires out. You set them on fire enough time to figure out better ways to get the fire out. So we're gonna let them kind of repair the ship a little bit. We're gonna go up here and look at this lunar base real quick. We'll come back. Do my best to take that station out without setting myself on fire. Spoiler: I'm probably gonna set myself on fire. I'm really good at setting myself on fire. Anything fun here? No, nothing fun. All right, let's go back down to the base. By the time we get back down there, we should be back to full health. And you'll get like Miracle Worker and stuff like that eventually. You'll get repair abilities so that you'll be able to do that. There's shields in the game. There's a lot of stuff in the game to be able to get really pinky really fast. All right, so let's do this again. The trick is to not start firing until we're kind of. And sometimes kind of just set out right at the edge of his range. Kind of outrange him. Yeah, our shots are still not super accurate. Can you probably should have just stayed out where I was safer, but all right, just yeah. Why are you still here? Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. Run away. Look at me, I'm on fire again. And then you'll see, like, you take enough damage, the navigation goes offline, like all the stuff disappears. Like it's really cool stuff, and it's actually tied with the sensor array in the back. So if it basically gets set on fire, then it'll once that happens, it will actually you lose your sensors, and then kind of once they get that fire back out, then it'll go back to being useful. So we'll go ahead, we'll do a survey here real quick. See, so you'll see here some minus 4% difficulty, pod lander and first of right. So we'll do that. So we're minus 40%, so 10, 40. We have a negative 30%. I think we failed. And the problem is with that, you're basically this survey's complete. Like if you don't get that, it's just gone. So, but with that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and save the game here real quick. We'll do that real quick. So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna click to the main menu, and then so here you have a bunch of different options. You have a bunch of different things like that. But specifically, what I want to go do is look at is this ship screenshot here. So if you notice, this is the ship we have. So I can left use my mouse wheel and scroll in and scroll out. I can left click drag it. I can do that. I can use my A and D, and I can rotate it however I want to. I can do that stuff. I can go down here. I can change the artifact to the, and these are ones I've opened with other playthroughs. So I can change it to nothing. I can change it to the ring world. I can change it to the derelict. I usually leave it to kind of what I've explored. So like I can do like the wormhole, right? Be like, oh, there's a wormhole, so I can take my ship. I can kind of place it wherever I want to. I can use my E and Q. I can kind of rotate it. My W and S, and it kind of rotates it forward and backwards, so you can get a little bit of a 3D render on the ship there. And kind of do it where you want to, right? You can also go down here. You can change the star, where the star angle is, right? So if you want your shadows in a different place, how close or far away the sun is, you can actually get the sun onto the screen. The ship exposure, whether you want to be like glowy or if you want it all shadowed out. The planet, you can do this. You can't choose the planet you want, but you can just kind of randomize it till you find a planet that you're happy with, right? So something cool like that. And then the background, if you want to change it from the alpha space, the nebula, the gray skies, basically you choose whatever colors you want in the background. So we'll do smoky peach. I don't like smoky peach. Try soft sky. The problem with that is it's kind of bleeding through. I don't like the way it's bleeding through on that. So we'll go back to the default here. So you do something like this. Now you can also grab the planet moving around. So if you want to grab the planet moving around, you cannot rotate the planet, however. Right? So if you want to do that, you can kind of do this and move all the stuff around however you want to make it and get whatever you want. And then once you do that, you capture a screenshot. It saves it in your normal area. You use your own favorite device, whatever it is. You go throw your logo on it, and then you kind of go from there. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and call this one over. If you guys have requests for different weapons or something that you would like to see, let me know. I'll do what I can to try to go down that weapon path and try to do what we can. So, but with that, you guys be safe, and we'll talk to y'all soon.